While the NHL has recently come under fire for its lackluster commitment and response to the anti-racism movement, there are those behind the scenes trying to change that. That includes Canadian NHL player Matt Dumba, who's worked his entire life towards his NHL career and is now taking a lead role in making a long-lasting change.
It's a huge honor that the King Clancy Memorial Trophy gets to go to Matt Dumba.
Minnesota Wild's Matt Dumba was presented the King Clancy Trophy this season for his leadership and humanitarian work. Dumba has spoken out about how the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis has impacted his life and wanted to do something to create change. There have been protests against police brutality in Minneapolis on Lake Street, the street where Floyd died, and some local Black-owned businesses have suffered extensive damage. So Dumba created the Rebuild Minnesota fundraiser.
It just wasn't me, so to do that all together and make a difference for the people here in Minnesota. It was awesome. I drive on Lake Street every day. I just took my dog for a run down there actually. So it means a lot to me, and just being someone who's a part of this community, I just wanted to do whatever I could.
The world woke up to the existence of systematic racism and how deeply rooted it is within our society.
When the NHL resumed and the playoffs started last month, before puck drop, Dumba gave a passionate speech about racism in hockey and the world. Then, in an emotional moment, he became the first NHL player to kneel during the American national anthem.
I just did my research and really figured out why I was doing it and what I believed in, and that was, on the biggest stage possible, to shed light on the social injustices that are happening within our society right now. So that's the reason why I did it, and the only regret I have is not doing it as well for the Canadian national anthem.
Matt, you're part of a league that was very delayed in the response to the anti-racism movement, and to me, it looks like they wouldn't have budged if it wasn't for the player and public outcry. Was it, or is it disheartening to be part of a league that at times seems like it doesn't have the same values as you?
Yeah, it's tough, but those are the tough conversations that everyone has to have right now, and we've had conversations like that with the NHL and kind of gone back and forth. But no, I was really proud of the players taking it into their own hands, and when they decided to boycott the games, that was completely player driven.
Dumba is one of the co-founders of the Hockey Diversity Alliance to help make the NHL more inclusive and diverse.
I am hopeful. Our stuff we're doing with HDA, it's coming. It takes time. And it takes a lot of our time as well. Where there's long calls and stuff that you got to go over, and it's little things, but hopefully those little things that we focus on can make a big difference here in the future.
The 26-year-old is also hopeful that the NHL games will become more accessible to people who can't afford it, and believes in the next 5 to 10 years that the audiences will also become more diverse. For City News, I'm Lindsay Dunn.